If you're a fan of compact tech, Apple's next iPad mini might just be the biggest small update ever. Rumors are heating up around the iPad mini 8, and for the first time, it's expected to get a stunning OLED display, bringing it closer than ever to the premium experience of the iPad Pro. From a possible performance boost with Apple's powerful M-series chips to subtle design changes and smarter software, the Mini 8 could be a game-changer in the small tablet space. In this video, we're breaking down everything we know so far about what might be the most exciting iPad mini upgrade yet. According to industry analyst Ross Young, Apple plans to ditch the iPad mini's current LCD screen for an OLED panel. This will bring significant improvements in contrast, true blacks, power efficiency, and potentially brightness. Crucially, the switch to OLED could also resolve the jelly scrolling issue that plagued the 6th and 7th generation iPad minis. Don't expect the iPad mini 8 to launch in 2025. With the iPad mini 7 released in 2024 and the mini 6 back in 2021, Apple seems to be on a 3-year cycle for this model. That points to a possible release in late 2026 or even 2027. A recent leak supports this timeline, suggesting Apple's supply chain is already preparing for OLED iPad mini production. ZDNet Korea reports that Apple requested OLED panels from suppliers as early as spring 2024. Samsung Display has reportedly begun developing 8-inch OLED panel samples, with mass production expected to start in the second half of 2025. This supports the idea of a 2026 launch. Interestingly, reports also suggest that Apple may launch the iPad mini and iPad Air OLED models at the same time in 2026, though some sources predicted a 1-year gap between the two. While the iPad mini 8 is expected to feature OLED, it likely won't use the high-end dual-stack panels found in the iPad Pro. Instead, it may opt for a single-stack LTPS OLED, which means lower peak brightness, no XDR branding, and a continued 60 Hz refresh rate without promotion. Apple appears to be reserving 120 Hz for its Pro models. However, we might see a slight increase in screen size, from 8.3 inches to about 8.7 inches, possibly by shrinking the bezels or tweaking the chassis. The current iPad mini 7 uses the A17 Pro, so it's likely the iPad mini 8 will upgrade to either the A18 Pro or A19 chip, depending on when it launches. There's even speculation that Apple could give the Mini an M-series chip, following the trend seen in the iPad Air and iPad Pro. If so, it could be called the iPad Mini Pro or iPad Pro Mini, and may launch alongside a cheaper, non-OLED Mini. If Apple waits until 2026, the Mini could feature the M3 chip, while the iPad Air moves to M4 and the iPad Pro to M5. Alternatively, if it's later, the Mini might even get the M4. Leaks about iPadOS 19 suggest we'll see a revamped Stage Manager with a macOS-style menu bar and full external display support, possibly even coming to USB-C iPhones. If that's the case, expect these features to land on the iPad mini 8 as well, further justifying the inclusion of an M-series chip. While a full redesign isn't expected, the iPad mini may 8th adopt Apple's newer, thinner design language seen in the M4 iPad Pro, Apple Watch Series 10, and upcoming iPhone 17 Air. Apple seems focused on making each device the thinnest in its category, so a thinner, lighter iPad mini would align with that trend. We could also see a landscape-oriented front camera, ideal for video calls, and possibly even Magic Keyboard support if the body size increases slightly. Expect the same all-screen design, Touch ID in the power button, and perhaps some new colors. Will the iPad mini be replaced by the foldable iPhone? Not likely. Apple is reportedly working on a foldable iPhone with an unfolded display size close to the mini, but it's expected to be a separate, much more expensive product, not a replacement. The iPad mini is already a premium product, starting at $499 for 128 gigabytes. With the addition of an OLED display and possibly an M-series chip, pricing could go up. If Apple maintains a $100 price gap between the Mini and the Air's price might increase too. In summary, the iPad mini 8 looks like it will be a compact powerhouse. OLED display, faster chip, possible design refinements, and new software features. If you're a fan of portable tech, this could be the best mini yet. Would you consider upgrading to the iPad mini 8 if it gets an OLED and M series chip? Let us know in the comments section below.